So good morning and a mixed clucking chickens. I think it's Thursday. Morning from Boracay. And so what we've decided to do, after the roosters woke us up, is to cruise down to the beach, because today is now the second day in a row. Oh, today's Friday? Today's now the second day in a row of sun. And you might say, well, of course, you're in a tropical island. And you're going to get run over as a tourist. But this has been a rarity for this trip. For me, Gracie gets plenty of sun all the time. But, so I'm totally taking advantage of it. It's so nice here. I love it. So yesterday, we went up to Puka Beach, and that was like really cool. And much like we experienced in Phuoc, we're experiencing it here in Boracay, which is, you know, the quick growth. So Puka Beach was, you know, basically vacant as far as, and it was one of those places where, like you would read in the travel things, and he would talk about how it's one of those places that you got to go because there's no other people. Obviously, people read those. A lot of people read those, and then they get to the point where so many people have read those, and so many people go to the beach where there's no other people, that now there's tons of people. And so we're going to check that out here. We're probably it's probably a similar experience in all of Boracay, quite frankly. And so the building that's occurring here is initially it was just sort of you know, resorts that would go up, and then it's really, really big, high-class resorts. And when we were heading over towards Puka yesterday, I saw this place, and I had heard of it like all over Airbnb. Like everybody who it seems like there's hundreds of these apartments or condos available on Airbnb from Alta Vista. And I was like, oh, okay, well, this place is like, you know, pretty big or whatever. It's got plenty of places to, it's gigantic. It's like building after building after building. It's got to be like 2,000 units. So that sort of removes the island charm. And let's walk on the beach. So, as I've shared with you before, one of the sounds that I absolutely adore is I was going to call it the crashing waves on the beach, but they're far from crashing. But it's just the waves sort of lapping up on the beach. And that is, this is an awesome time of day for me. Because of the lack of noise, movement, and energy. It's a really great way, at least as far as I'm concerned, to start the day. Sunset's also a hugely popular, or a hugely favorite time for me. But that said, it's also very popular. Watch out for a dog poop. It's also a hugely popular time for everybody else. So you have to share it. Gracie and I have been talking about this. Okay, everyone knows of Amazon. I would submit everyone who watches my videos, because there's only 100 subscribers. And you're all my friends, thank God. I have no haters yet. I'm actually looking forward to keeping it that way. I've discovered that once you reach a certain mass of people that watch your videos regularly, then obviously 0.01% of 10,000 becomes an annoying number of haters. And so I really feel for my buddies who have become popular on YouTube. So I'm kind of liking the fact that it's just you and me, friend, looking at these videos. Anyway, so we were talking about Amazon, and or as you know, there's Amazon, right? Well, the Amazon over here in Southeast Asia is basically Lazada, LAZADA. And if you're in the Philippines and you want to order something, you can have it delivered the same way you would have it delivered in the United States. Or you can also use cash on delivery, which is sort of a it really doesn't happen any longer in the United States. People use their credit cards, and if you don't have a credit card, well, then you're kind of out of luck. Whereas over here, it's pretty popular. It's also very popular in Thailand. Now, the beauty of Thailand is because of their culture and the whole saving face thing. They experience next to zero returns via the cash-on-delivery paradigm, because if you were to order something and the delivery person would just show up at your front door and you didn't have the cash to pay him, then you would lose face in that village. And it's not like you would be able to get away with the person showing up and the rest of the village not being able to see you. Because everybody knows what everybody else does when you're in a small village like that. And as far as that happening in a bigger city, like let's say Bangkok or something like that. Well, in Bangkok you've got a credit card, so that's just happening sort of the Western way. And a bunch of stuff is being ordered that way. So if you're in the Philippines and you're ordering something, please go to LAZ.ph, LAZ.ph. Why am I telling you that? Because Gracie and I are affiliates of Lazada. And you say, well, okay, that's interesting. You've got an affiliate relationship with an online or website. Why is that relevant? Well, imagine Lazada's new over here. The behavior of people over here is not to order things necessarily online. It's not even to sort of look things up. I mean, there's no sort of Google ratings, there's no sort of Googling of products so much. You walk down the street. To give you a great example, so I was looking for an internet cafe, and Gracie knows of internet cafes that she's passed and she has personal experience with. And I Googled internet cafes, and it's not like all of them show up. And then as we're taking a taxi, basically, a trike yesterday, we're driving just down the main road, and I look up and I'm like, oh wow, that's a pretty cool internet cafe. And there's no way you would know of this unless you were just like in that trike at that time driving past. There are certain sort of landmarks, if you will, that are available via Google Maps, because people have gone there so frequently, like the mini stop, for example, or what's the other name of the
7-Eleven?
Yeah, like 7-Eleven, or what's the other? Budget Mart. Budget Mart is sort of the bigger place here, and then there's Crafts. Crafts is a larger store.
Crafts is the first.
Oh, Crafts is the first?
Yeah, before the Budget Mart.
So that makes sense, right? So like everyone on the island knows of Crafts. And arguably it's more expensive, I think. At least it's been in my experience. But regardless, my point is that you sort of know of this stuff via word of mouth. And so people are slowly catching on to ordering stuff online. I shouldn't say slowly. In relation to other things that have grown in this part of the world, it's growing very rapidly because of things in people's lives like Facebook. And so people learn of stuff online. And so, for example, Craigslist over here, I've discovered, at least I've heard, is not used to buy and sell things. People make Facebook groups, and then they buy and sell things on that. And so, for example, in Boracay, I think there's a Facebook group like Stuff for Sale in Boracay, right? And people potentially use that, which then transitions into there being these, points of success for buying almost anything online. So there's Lazada, which of course is now, the Amazon of over here. And so why is being an affiliate for that interesting? Well, imagine 10 years ago if all of a sudden you said, hey, so Amazon's got this affiliate program, maybe I should sign up for it, because I'm one of the first 1,000 doing so. And so I signed us up for Lazada affiliate program in the Philippines and Thailand. Now, the nice thing about the Philippines, of course, is that almost everything is in English. Certainly the website is in English, and you can, do where you choose the flag in the upper right-hand corner, and you can choose Tagalog. But even all of the training videos and that sort of thing are in English, with a little bit of Tagalog thrown in there. But for the most part, they're in English. Now, the Thai one, all the training is in Thai. They don't do any of the videos in English. Which is fine. I mean, it's for the Thai people, right? But it's a little bit more of a challenge. Additionally, getting a .th domain is impossible unless you have a Thai business. The TLD, the top level domain administrator for that country's domain, .th or .com.th will only .co.th will only allow you to instantiate one if you've got a Thai business. Whereas over here, I bought several .ph domains, not the least of which is LAZ.ph. Another company that basically is the Lazada of just high fashion clothing over in this part of the world is Zalora, Z-A-L-O-R-A. And so again, because this is so new and the internet is sort of so new over here, we also have the domain name zal.ph, Z-A-L.ph. Now imagine again, you know, you're signing up for these affiliate programs and you're saying, okay, well, I'd like a domain name. And in the United States, .com, right, to get a 3-letter domain name, it's pretty much impossible. If for no other reason than if the man or woman hasn't registered it for the company that they have, then it's just some jackass who's squatting on it who wants to then extort money from you because he's got this domain name that he believes is going to be desirable in the future. So that's nice over here that no one's really doing any of that squatting, and so therefore zal.ph and laz.ph were available. So those are ours. And I have several others, but what we're going to be doing is really sort of trying to bring the whole idea of online ordering to certainly people here in Boracay, but also other parts of the Philippines. And the nice thing about that is that because the Philippines is spread out, and the way to get from spot to spot is, yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're on the same island, you can take a bus or you can take a taxi, that sort of thing. But, you know, island to island, right, you need to take a boat. And so because there's so many of those and there's so many ferries, people just simply order things and things get transported from boat to boat. So the whole shipping thing is not really an issue. It's a little certainly more expensive and the delay is longer than what we're used to in the United States. And by that I mean now, of course, Amazon has a 2-hour free delivery, which is just so freaking epic. Additionally, I can order from Amazon Fresh and get my groceries delivered to my house in less than 2 hours. And heaven forbid I make the 12-minute walk from my house down to the Vons and actually get the groceries I need. No. I'm going to sit on my fat ass in my house and order everything online and then wait up to 1 hour and 59 minutes for my damn ketchup to show up. So anyway, let's hope the trajectory is not in that direction over here, because that would not help people's lives, I don't think. There's a lot to be said for getting up in the morning and walking on the beach. Who's with me? So I just wanted to kind of tee that up and start talking about these affiliate program things that are happening over here. And more specifically, the ordering my life online. And that is just, I'm really stoked that that's actually happening over here. Not only because it sort of modernizes the area, but I think it also offers a lot of opportunity to people, because as many of these products that are available on Lazada are being sourced from areas of the world where the products are even cheaper than in the Philippines. And so therefore it allows people over here to get those products into their homes and their lives, and potentially make their lives more easier, better, more fulfilling. So that's our morning walk, and that's a little bit of jabber about about what we're doing. And so therefore I would like you to remember LAZ.ph if you're over here in the Philippines, LAZada.ph if you are in the kingdom and would like to order something online, LAZada.ph, T-H-A-I, L-A-Z-A-D-A-T-H-A-I, LAZada.ph.com. Or again, LAZ.ph if you're over here in the Philippines. Those are the two main ones. That's the takeaway I would like you to have. So good morning from the beautiful beach of Boracay. We're off to get some real coffee, even though the coffee we made at home was really awesome because Gracie made it. Talk to you soon. Ciao.
We're going